Boo.
It's still going. What is going on? That was weird.
That was a Christmas spirit.
It's still going. What is going on? Oh, hold on. I know why it was still going. YouTube wasn't muted.
Oh, that's what it was.
I'm a little behind today, everyone. I apologize. Let me welcome everybody in the chat here. All right. We had MelNetteLivingFreeZipCodeless come in first. MelNettie. We have Hitch Up and Toe. Hitch Up and Toe is on their phone to watch this, and they aren't liking it. The phone is so different. It really is. And we have Shanna Craft. And we have Tommy Travels. Hello and welcome. And then we have Andrew and Gnome's Trucking Express and Angie Hay Family Adventures. Hello and welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I literally just sat down probably 10 minutes ago. I got home. I was talking to Nettie. I'm coming. Hang on, I'll be there.
I saw the smoke flying behind her.
So before we get started on our Santa Claus stories, our Christmas stories, I wanted to talk about a trucking incident out of Colorado. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I talked to Nomadic Hippie earlier, and he didn't know anything about this situation. And so I thought I would just mention it in case there's any other truckers, and in case they are traveling through Colorado, they're just kind of aware of the situation. So there was a young man, fresh truck driver, semi-truck driver. I think it was his first week out by himself without an instructor in the truck with him, without a trainer in the truck with him. Yeah. And he was headed down the mountain in Colorado, and his brakes failed on his truck. When his brakes failed, he also had like runaway truck ramps that he could have pulled off at. But again, being that he was so new to driving the truck, I think that he panicked and just didn't even see anything outside of his front view. And he ended up wrecking into several cars and causing a very fiery crash. And several people passed away, unfortunately. However, the scary part now is the trucking company went out of business because the family sued the trucking company. And then they went after the young man who was driving the truck. And the judge said, even though it wasn't, I can't remember the judge's exact wording, so I'm not going to try to say the judge's exact wording, but the judge did sentence him to 110 years in jail. 110. With that being said, there was a man that shot two people that just went to court and isn't serving any time. This man's brakes failed on his truck, and he's been sentenced to 110 years. So there's a petition going around to try to get him clemency, and then all truckers are now striking and refusing to drive in Colorado because, I mean, the same thing could happen to them. They could have an accident and be charged with 110 years in prison. So anyone that is a trucker that is driving, please look into this. Please kind of see where the truckers are at and where everybody's standing, because driving through there and not standing with the truckers could be very dangerous for you. So I just kind of want to mention that. I don't, everybody's going to have their own opinion on whether this is right or wrong, but I think it's important that everybody knows it's happening. Andrew said, yeah, I drove through there 2 weeks after it happened. You can see the aftermath, the heat from the fires, warped the overpass. You can still see the impact where it happened. They spent 24 hours. Yeah, I think it's 24 hours on cleanup. It was
Mhm.
a big accident. He smashed into 4 cars, about 70 plus, and injured another 27 to 28. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Asphalting the section of the highway. He blew past 3 runaway ramps. Yeah. And that's why they were able to charge him, was because they said that he could have avoided it. So it was his fault because he didn't use the runaway ramp. I get that. I do. But 110 years, if the original problem was the brakes failing, I feel like that's an accident. That's not something that he did on purpose or he was neglectful in. I think
And it wasn't even his truck. Is that correct? It was the company's truck. He wasn't an owner operator.
Yeah, it was the company's truck. And I don't know. I just think 110 years for a mistake like that, again, it's an accident. It's not something he did purposely. So I just think an accident in 110 years is a lot. But I really just wanted truckers to kind of be aware this is happening because, like I said, I talked to Hippie and he hadn't even heard about it. So you will not be ticketed or fined if you use a runaway ramp in an emergency, according to the Colorado Dot. That's good to know. Hey, Linda Barker. Welcome in. All right. So we ready to get into this Christmas stories? Christmas spookies?
Yep.
All right. I'll let you read that.
Allegedly true paranormal stories revolving around Christmas.
Andrew says, wait. Oh, no. Jeez. Am I back yet?
Are you frozen?
I'm back. Wait, you can hear me. I am frozen. I am frozen. I can't do anything. Give me 1 second. I don't know what is happening. Jeez. Hold on. Now it's letting me click. Can you see me or hear me?
I can see you. I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, what is world? I don't know what is happening. Wait, can I move here yet? No. I'm sorry, everyone. I am very, very sorry. Everything is crashing on me at the moment. Let me reboot my computer and see if I can fix it that way. You can hear me though, Nutty, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I've got the other muted now.
Christmas ghost.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reboot. So 1 second.
Okay.
So the computer was giving me problems the other night, and I thought I had it fixed. Guess not. It just dropped, but my computer screen's still on. Linda said, I see and I hear you. Now, Nettie, are you able to control it on your side at all, or did it crash on your side too?
Yeah, I don't see the story.
Okay. Yeah. Andrew said, vehicular homicide in a semi-truck carries at least 25 years. They just nailed him for everything they could get him for. Yeah, I think it was, they were that amount of years per person that passed, plus all the other things.
We can all see and hear you like normal. Well, from my phone, I'm on my phone right now. But the story I can only pull up from the computer, unfortunately.
I wonder.
I wonder if you're able to add it on your end.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, if I can share it, because I have it on my Google Drive.
I think you might be able to because you have all the same powers I have.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Travels, how are you doing? Did you get the rental car and everything worked out? If you all haven't watched, Tommy Travels' car got stolen. Poor guy.
I'm trying. So I hit share.
I've been out here 9 to 10 years over the road with the same refrigerated trucking company. Accidents are just getting worse and worse. I do believe the accidents are getting worse and worse. I don't know if charging the drivers for a mechanical failure, like if that's the originating thing that causes the accident, then I don't know that charging them for that is okay. My computer's still rebooting up. Sorry.
It's okay. Do you want me to try to see if I can grab it, or should we wait?
Yeah, if you can hit share and see if you can pull it up.
It's sharing a screen, right? Or is it a video file?
I usually do it via video file. You know, I did an update on my computer, and this is what I get for it.
Okay, can you see it, BB? It threw you in the corner.
Yeah, I can see it. Good.
Okay. So I paused it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Nettie's in control. The legend of the Mistletoe Bride haunts England's Bramshill house.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, there it goes. Just going a little slow.
She's beautiful.
She is, right?
You know, she's probably got one of those things on, though, that makes her not be able to breathe to get that figure.
Yeah. Oop, I think it might have went too far.
You're on the first one on my end. Oh, nope, it went to the next one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me back it up.
Oh, it's okay.
I thought I paused it. Okay. So there she is. Okay, now I hit pause.
There you go.
The legend of the Mistletoe Bride has been retold for centuries and has taken many forms. While the story's true origin is difficult to determine, many have come to believe its roots are in the disappearance of Lord Lovell's bride at the Bramshill house in Hampshire, England.
Hey there, Thrifty Angela and Murad's Haunted Journeys. Hello and welcome.
Okay.
Allegedly, Lord Lovell was preparing to wed a young woman related to Sir John Cope, the owner of Bramshill House. This was around Christmas time, so mistletoe hung throughout the mansion, inspiring the wedding party to play a game. They're gonna play kissy kissy.
Yeah. The young bride-to-be would hide somewhere in the mansion. The groomsmen would all seek her out, and whoever found her first would get to kiss her. Kissing game.
This sounds like a fun game. Hello, Amber's Paraworld. Welcome.
Mhm.
And I think I need to say thank you to Oracles and Beyond for sharing this out.
Yes.
So the bride went to hide, and the wedding party sought to find her. However, the minutes turned to hours, and they still could not find her. Eventually, the game turned terribly serious, as no matter where they looked, she remained missing. Dun, dun, dun.
Not into 50 years later did Lord Lovell, still seeking answers to his bride's disappearance, happen upon a secret closet in an upstairs room of the Brownhill house.
Oh, goodness. She was like, I know where to hide. This is a good spot. And gets stuck there for 50 years.
I know. 50
She's the best
years.
hider in the world. Inside, he found a wooden chest sealed shut with a lock. Upon opening the chest, he found the nearly unrecognizable remains of his bride.
Wow. Don't kiss her.
No, not after all that time. Thrifty Angela, that sucks.
She was hiding pretty well, I guess.
She was good at hiding. That is really sad.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. The Brown Lady of Renham Hall wanders the passages every Christmas.
Dun, dun, dun. I love
you
all the
see her?
Christmas decorations you made on there. It's so pretty.
Thanks.
That is spooky.
Isn't that crazy? Can you see her?
Yeah, I can see her. You can also see straight through her.
Uh-huh.
The Brown Lady of Rainham Hall has perplexed visitors and paranormal investigators for hundreds of years. I always told my kids to never hide in chests or things like that when they play hide and seek. I was always scared of something like that happening. You know, one night I thought my son escaped. Like, I didn't know he sleepwalked. I thought that somebody came in and took him because we searched the whole house and we couldn't find him. And then I went back and searched his room again, and I opened his closet, and he had a toy box in his closet, and his blankie was just the corner of his blankie was hanging out of the closed toy box.
Oh, no.
He had sleepwalked and got himself in there and went to sleep in his sleep. And that's how we found out he sleepwalked. But I thought he was missing, but he was in his toy box. We got rid of the toy box, needless to say.
Jeez. Back in the 1700s, owner Charles Townsend married a young woman named Dorothy Walpole. While they lived happily together for some time in Rainham Hall, Townsend soon became paranoid that his new wife was being unfaithful to him.
Remember that Punky Brewster episode when she hid in the refrigerator? Yes. Yes. Popping in to say hi, BB3 and Nettie. Hope you guys have a good evening. Hugs from Arizona. Hello, Buckeye Kitty.
Hey.
Eventually driving himself mad with jealousy, he decided to hide Dorothy away in the hall, telling all of their friends and family that she had tragically passed. Now that's jealousy. When you have to lock somebody up and tell everybody they passed away because you don't want them talking to anybody, that's some sincerely crazy jealousy.
Man.
Me too. I loved Punky Brewster. She recently came out with like a documentary of all her videos because she had a video camera when she was young and famous, and she videotaped all her famous friends, and she came out with a documentary with all those videotapes that shows everybody when It's kind of cool.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
blast from the past. It's neat to see.
Dorothy was forced to stay inside the mansion, allowed only to wander through its halls, not long after she perished, never having left Renham Hall after her husband imprisoned her.
That's craziness. And it happens so often, even with children. True. Ever since her passing, people have witnessed the image of a woman in a tattered brown dress wandering through the halls, and some of these reported encounters are truly horrifying. Well, I'm sure she was pissed.
Yeah.
And then to like be stuck there still after she passed? Oh, I'd be angry.
She was in a mansion, but she was only able to wander the halls.
Yeah, and then like if you were only allowed there when you were alive, you're like, maybe when I pass, I'll go explore then. And then you're stuck there still after you
Yeah.
pass. Oh, that ain't right.
One visitor, unaware of Brown Lady's legend, approached a woman in the hall, only to have her look at him with a glowing face, but where her eyes should have been, there were only empty sockets.
That's terrifying.
That is,
If you ain't got all your body parts and you're a ghost, do not come talk to me. Leave me alone. Also, if you have tiny hands, leave me alone. Tiny hands scare me. Fuck Kitty says, my ex-husband abuser was controlling and jealous. I was not allowed to have friends, especially male ones. Got all kinds of trouble for having a male cousin on Facebook. I had to prove it was. Ugh.
jeez.
I am so glad you're not in that situation anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, Amber Kitty, so sorry, but glad you said X. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Years later, after numerous other reported sightings, a photographer from Country Life magazine visited Raymond Hall to document it for an article.
And I'm assuming that's probably the picture that they showed in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
After snapping a photograph of the central stairwell, he saw within the image a hazy silhouette that many believe is none other than Dorothy Walpole, the Brown Lady.
He tried to beat up my brother at my aunt's wake and funeral when he came to hug me. Jeez, when I walked into the funeral home, family had to assure him that it was my brother. That is crazy. I think Kay and I are scary with those tiny hands.
Yeah.
Kitty, you are so strong. I would have made him an arsenic oatmeal for sure. Have you guys ever seen the movie, it's one of the scary movies. The title is actually Scary Movie. And there's a waiter in the mansion and he walks around and he's like, I'll get it with my little hand. And he's got like this crippled little hand. It makes me like start gagging. I cannot take it. And so Bulldog and my kids, whenever they feel like really messing with me, they'll put their hand up into their shirt and walk around like this, going, my little hand. You guys are evil. Alleged phantoms plagued a Brooklyn home during Christmas time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
A few weeks before Christmas in 1878, Edward F. Smith was at home in his Brooklyn, New York, when the doorbell rang. He answered the door, but there was no one there. Who's knocking at my door?
You open the door and there's no one there. That's some spooky crap.
Mm-hmm.
I am so glad you were able to escape. Sorry about the circumstances you had to do that in, but I am glad you were able to escape. Hey, Oracles and Beyond. I believe you shared us out again. Thank you so much for doing that. All right. This soon became a nightly occurrence. The doorbell would ring, only for Smith to find no one outside and no signs that anyone had been there at all. Craziness.
It's crazy. Growing frustrated, Smith sprinkled ash and flour along the path to the door, expecting to find footprints left behind. But the substance were undisturbed and the noises continued.
Trying to figure.
That was a noise that continued.
I don't know how to. I think I figured it out. I was trying to leave without ending the stream.
Yeah.
And that was challenging. I almost ended our stream. Oh, geez. All right. Oh, Oracles and Beyond just did it now. Okay, well, thank you. I thought you had done it because a bunch of your people came in, and I appreciate that so much. Tommy says there was a fast food commercial with a tiny hand guy too. Oh boy. That's funny you mentioned that part of that movie. For me, it's the original Pet Cemetery. When the wife is remembering her sister who died, I had nightmares about her sister as a child. Gotcha. Oh, Linda said haunted audio. BB's echo is undisturbed. Too funny. Okay, I think I'm all caught up now.
Okay, great.
Is it my turn? Your turn?
It's your turn.
Okay. No matter where he and his family stood around the house, the noises remained unidentifiable. Smith and his family were growing more concerned as the doorbell ringing turned to aggressive banging on the doors. Oh, no. If you can bang on a door, you can hit somebody.
Yeah. Now, do I still control the story?
Yeah, you're still in control of it. Yeah.
Okay. I had the power. Eventually, they contacted the police. The ringing and banging continued, and still no one was able to identify its source. One night, a brick suddenly flew through the window from outside. Even the police officers were standing nearby saw no one there.
See, that's some weird stuff. And if it can like bang on a door, it can definitely hit you because it's hitting that door. That's scary. Although they investigated the home for some time, police were unable to identify the cause of the disturbances. Smith and those who witnessed the strange occurrences ultimately concluded they must be paranormal in nature. You think Christmas time nobody would like want to spook? You think that'd be the one time a year that the spookies would calm down?
Right, I know.
Amber says, just wanted to say I absolutely love this channel. Y'all do such great work on these stories. Oh, thank you.
Thanks. Anne Bolin is said to return to her childhood home every Christmas Eve.
She comes back to play with all her toys. She wants more Christmas presents. Look at that childhood home.
Look at that sucker. Isn't that beautiful?
I'd go back to that too.
Okay.
Hever Castle, which is nestled deep in the British countryside of Kent, was once home to the Bolin family. Anne Bolin, the most well-known member of the family, lived the early part of her life there before she married King Henry. I'm not good with Roman numerals.
The 8th.
The 8th. Obviously, this must have been before Ring doorbells.
Right.
No video of the ghost, unfortunately.
Within a few short years of her marriage, however, Anne was targeted by dissent and gossip within the castle, accusing her of everything from witchcraft to adultery. I can't hear you, BB.
I always mute my mic and forget. Don't mind me. Eventually, her husband formally accused her of these charges, and she was ultimately executed. That's
Wow.
rough. What? He just gets to kill her off because he thinks she's doing something? Unreal.
That's crazy.
I'm glad us women have come a lot further than those days.
Yeah. Whether she suffers from heartbreak or homesickness, Anne Boleyn's spirit is said to haunt the halls of her childhood home, Haver Castle.
I mean, I would haunt a castle if we had a castle too. I mean, that just seems fun.
Yeah.
However, she allegedly only appears on one day of the year, Christmas Eve. Rumors persist that her somber specter is seen drifting silently over the picturesque bridge that spans the River Eden in the grounds of the home where she knew much happiness. I got all those big words. I'm so proud of myself.
You did good. Yeah. High five. A spectral socialite is said to sing Christmas carols at the Hotel Bethlehem.
Tommy said Henry VIII went through lots of wives. I guess so, if he was killing them off.
Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She pretty.
Oh, I love her hairpiece. And oh, she's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be evil, isn't she? She looks so innocent. It was 1536. We have become a bit more civilized since then. Just a little. Hotel Bethlehem, located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, is the home to a number of chilling ghost stories, not the least of which centers around a young girl named Mary Yohe.
That'll work.
Okay.
Born in 1866, Mary, or May, was raised on the stage, inspiring within her a love for singing and performing from a young age.
Yeah, she looked like a performer. She was so pretty. Her talent gained her much attention, and eventually she found herself performing with great success on stages in Paris and throughout Europe.
She even caught the attention of a wealthy lord, who quickly married her and made her a member of the British
Aristocracy.
Aristocracy. Thank you. Tragically, her success led her down a dangerous path.
Here we go. She's got to get naughty. Her marriage fell apart after the lord who swept her off her feet went bankrupt, and she went on to marry an American soldier who robbed her of much of her wealth. Oh, she's going to be heartbroken and come back evil.
Yeah.
Do I blame her? Absolutely not.
At the time of her eventual passing, reports claim that she recalled her years in Bethlehem as the best of her life.
Now, she's got to have better things than that. To this day, Hotel Bethlehem's visitors claim to see apparitions of a young May Yohi dressed in elegant attire and either singing at the piano or pacing next to the Christmas tree. Some even claim to have heard her faint but recognizable voice singing one of her favorite songs. Hey, Shrimp Shack, welcome.
A ghost supposedly disrupted a Christmas party at Alcatraz. I can't even get that out.
That's Alcatraz, right?
Yeah.
I think Alcatraz would be a cool little vacation.
I
Like
think so
to go
too.
see it.
Yeah.
Alcatraz, the isolated penitentiary located in the middle of California's San Francisco Bay, closed down in 1963. But tales of those who were once held on the island continue to haunt generations of onlookers and visitors.
Often referred to as the Rock, Alcatraz has gained a reputation of unexplainable and shocking ghost encounters, and one of the most notable was recounted during Christmas.
We have Bigfoot Anon in here. Thank you so much for stopping
Hi.
in. I forgot to put Shrimp Shack up on the screen, so welcome again. Oracles, is your grand dog wearing a Christmas doggy jumper? Okay, I need pics of that. That sounds so cute. All right. My turn, right?
Yeah.
Back in the 1940s, while the facility was still in operation, the warden at the time, Warden Johnston, decided to throw a small Christmas party at his boarding house on the island.
During the gathering, a few of the guards began retelling the story of a phantom figure who appeared before them, wearing a gray suit, brimmed cap, and sporting mutton's chop sideburns.
Oh, those are the big, huge
Are they?
sideburns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the big fat ones that like go down the cheeks. He's a gorgeous dog, by the way. All the guards could do was stare at the ghostly figure in shock, and before they had a chance to move, the room suddenly turned very cold, and the fire in the Ben Franklin stove was extinguished. And just as suddenly as he had appeared, the phantom man vanished. Pew, pew, gone.
Gone.
During breakfast time, you can still smell what the rock was cooking.
A headless horseman allegedly haunts Roos Hall every December.
Dun, dun, dun.
Isn't that cool?
That is a really cool building.
Mm-hmm.
Roos Hall, a mysterious mansion in the English countryside, is rumored to be one of the most haunted places in England. My fire is still burning.
Aw.
No ghost blew mine out.
Nope. Located just outside the small town of Beccles is in the county of Suffolk. The mansion has accumulated plenty of ghost stories ever since it was first built in the 16th century. Wow, that's pretty old.
You did fantastic with those words.
I tried.
That is really old. One of the most horrifying stories is that of the Headless Horseman. Many people may be familiar with this legend, but at Rose Hall, it takes on a life of its own. Tell me that Headless Horseman ain't riding through the hallways. Please tell me.
And I always thought this was like Halloween. I didn't realize it came
Yeah.
out during December.
Yeah, I thought the Headless Horseman was a Halloween thing too.
Yeah.
I keep hearing Bulldog out there, and there ain't nobody in this house but me and him. And Bulldog is out there having a full-on conversation. And you know who he's actually talking to?
Himself?
The puppy.
Oh.
The puppy. He's having a full-on conversation with the puppy.
And numerous visitors to Roos Hall have reported a man on a horse riding towards them on the road, only to discover that he has no head.
I don't know what's worse for me, the headless guy or the no eye sockets. Because, like, if it doesn't have a head, it just doesn't have a head, right? You just see a body.
Yeah.
That's spooky. But if it has a head and no eyes and it's still, I don't know. They're both kind of weird.
Yeah.
Kind of both spooky. Allegedly on Christmas Eve, the headless man is often seen clattering down the driveway with his phantom coach and 4 horses. I love being single. I love my freedom too much. No nagging and bullcrap. Speaking of puppy, mine are bugging me to go out. I'm going to get going, but I'll keep you running. Thank you so much, Thrifty Angela, for coming in. You have a great night.
Yeah. And this is only the beginning of Roos Hall's ghostly existence. Other rumors claim that there are strange markings inside the hall known as devil's footprints. And some have even reported seeing a girl watching them from the windows.
Okay. Devil's footprint scares the crap out of me. And Hitchup and Toast said, no head, no eyes, who cares? I will still crap myself. Agreed.
Agreed.
I've seen a humanoid cryptid droids that jumped out of the road in front of me, and I've seen a hitchhiker type entity. I've seen UFOs at night. Truckers have crazy stories. I bet, because you guys are out there when everything's supposed to be like calm and
yeah. Okay.
The ghost of Sir Geoffrey de Mandeville and his headless dog roam the streets on Christmas Eve. Dun, dun, dun.
Another headless thing.
Yeah, another headless. Can you imagine if the headless horseman had a headless horse and a headless dog that he ran around with? Oh, things nightmares are made of.
Right.
That's an old building.
Mm-hmm. The story of Sir Geoffrey de Mandeville is brimming with political betrayals. He held the title of Earl of Essex and was a prestigious European landowner during the 1100s. Now that
Yeah,
is
this is way back. Way back when. Because of his title, he had great influence over royal politics at the time. However, when a debate emerged regarding the rightful heir to the throne, he chose the losing side and was promptly stripped of many of his assets and excommunicated from the church.
Mm,
Oh,
he's probably mad.
he's gonna be angry.
Mhm. During his excommunication, Sir Geoffrey was slain on the battlefield. But because of his exile, he was not allowed a proper Christian interment, which many believe left his spirit trapped within the earthly realm.
Linda says, Andrew, have you seen the movie Black Dog? I have not seen the movie Black Dog. I need to look that up.
Okay.
Rumor claims that Sir Geoffrey also left a curse on the properties he owned, stating that should they ever be taken away from him, ruin would befall his betrayer, and every 6 years on Christmas Eve, he and a headless dog would haunt the lands draped in a red cloak.
Why Christmas Eve?
Why is a dog gotta be headless? What made you think I'm gonna have a headless dog and we're gonna come haunt you?
Right.
Actually, a headless dog doesn't seem that scary because it can't bite you or do anything other than jump on you. I don't know.
An old Victorian house is allegedly haunted by an eccentric woman every Christmas.
Eccentric, huh? Randy Travis years ago had a really bad stroke,
Mm-hmm.
paralyzed his right side. He has to have help to get around now. Yeah, I seen that. He's on TikTok actually. He's on TikTok. He makes TikToks all the time, him and his wife. It's really cute.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My dog's arse is worse than his bite. That's what I'm noticing about this German Shepherd puppy. When it lets gas go, it's like a human let gas go. I'm like, this is terrible.
You sure he's just not getting blamed for letting it go?
No, he was in the office the other day and I was live doing one of the games because I'm playing this mystery game where we can solve the murder together. And I do that live every couple of days. And yeah, the dog was in here letting it go. I was like, geez, dog. One group of ghosts from the Stark family has created quite a legacy for themselves. The Starks left behind numerous spirits that are now haunting a Victorian home in Ludington, Mississippi?
Michigan.
Michigan. And visitors have reported numerous sightings, particularly around Christmas. Y'all know I'm dumb, so just ignore me when I say
Stop it, Phoebe.
Mississippi.
One such specter, Vera Stark, was well known in life for her eccentricities.
Eccentricities.
Okay. And seems to have brought them with her into the afterlife.
Cass can solve crimes. Nate just stands around my game. I'm Cass, and Nate is my partner, and he just stands there. He does nothing. My partner does nothing. He was younger when he was in the movie Black Dog. Okay, so Randy Travis was in the movie.
Oh.
Those who claim to have seen her ghost say she appears in the front yard of the home wearing only a fur coat and picking flowers, just as she did in life. Oh, so she's a sexy ghost.
In addition, the ghost of one of the Stark daughters who suffered a terrible mishap in the mansion's I can't say it.
Gymnasium.
Yeah. Can allegedly be seen walking through the halls of the home. So her daughter's there too.
So there's just some young women just having a field day, like a girls' night out at the mansion, only in ghost form. The current owners of the home have even attempted to open it up to historical tours, but they apparently ran into problems. Our spirits did not care for it being open to the public and went wild.
Oh, wow.
You know it's bad if they got to shut it down and not let people come tour.
With or without clothes? We don't like to wear clothes.
Maybe that was the problem. They were like, hey, if we're going to be naked, you're going to be naked.
Yeah.
Naked tours only.
A slain highwayman supposedly reappears each Christmas Eve.
Now that would freak me out. Like Andrew was talking about the things he's seen while trucking. I would freak out if I seen a ghost like cross the road or run next to me while I was driving. I would lose it. That's a person on a horse, right?
Uh-huh. It looks crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In England, one particularly twisted ghost story harkens back to a tragic event that occurred one Christmas Eve in the late 18th century. Dun, dun, dun.
According to legend, there was once a fearsome highwayman known only as Gilbert, who would wander up and down one of the town's main roads.
Now I'm hearing Bulldog go, who's got the zoomies? You got the zoomies. I don't mean to be laughing, but I'm hearing the strangest things happening. One evening the night before Christmas, a man and his daughter were traveling in a horse-drawn coach when Gilbert apprehended them.
The daughter was able to exit the coach, but before her father could disembark, the horse became startled and bolted down the road with the man and his coachman in tow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so she got left behind.
The two men struggled to get the horses back under control so they could go back and find the man's daughter, who had been left behind with Gilbert. However, when they arrived back at the scene, she was nowhere to be found. Everybody's being all quiet over there in the chat today.
Instead, they saw Gilbert hunched over on the ground with a dagger in his side. Rumors claim that once the coach took off down the road, Gilbert revealed to the girl that he was the one who took her brother's life sometime before.
Oh,
that's sad.
She should have got him.
Mm-hmm.
Thrown into a rage by the revelation, she stabbed him and fled the scene. Good girl. Local legends say that Gilbert was buried by the side of the road, and every Christmas Eve, he can be seen wandering the same road, waiting for the coach with a man and his daughter to pass by again. Linda said, "We're scared, speechless."
Oh no, I hit something. Wait, let me go back. I know where we were.
It's so easy to accidentally hit it and go back. You liking running it on that side of it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so we didn't go that far. Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
I think we're at number 10. Yeah, so we're right there. Okay.
Well, we read that one.
Okay.
So it should be the very next one.
Oh, cool.
Right there.
A Christmas ghost is said to haunt Bastion Square in Victoria, British Columbia.
Dun, dun, dun.
The haunting continues. Well, that's pretty cool.
That's a pretty little area.
Mm-hmm.
I like the vines on the wall, but I'm confused. Where's the grass on the ground to make the vines go up the wall? That hurts my brain.
Okay.
On December 25th, 1890, a disturbing story appeared on the front page of a Victoria newspaper, the Daily Colonist.
Just as the clock was striking midnight, ushering in the joyous Christmas day, a misdeed, as dark, cowardly, and mysterious as ever disfigured the history of this province, was
Perpetuated.
perpetuated. I had a lot of big words there.
Tongue twister. Tommy says, stuck on the side of the road seems like a strange time to make a confession like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, it got him killed.
Okay.
The target, who went by the name David Fee, was only 21 years old and had been walking to meet his parents for evening mass at a nearby church after attending a costume party. Have a Merry Christmas, up in tow.
I did it again.
It's so easy to do.
I'm like hitting something way up there.
Yeah, it's if you don't hit the play button exactly on the play button, you hit just above it, it flips it all the way back.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Where am I? We were at 10, right? Yeah.
We're at 11, I think.
11? Okay. Okay, we saw that one.
Yeah, we were at 11 and we were on the first. I just got done reading the first page of it, I believe.
Okay. So I'm going to do that. Let me bring it down. Okay.
Oh, maybe it was the second page.
Yeah, this is where I was tongue-tied.
Mm-hmm.
And you read the costume party.
Yep. So the next one.
There. Dressed up in a white clown costume, Fee had just arrived at the corner where the cathedral sat when a man burst out from the shadows and aimed a double barrel directly at him. The man simply said, "You challenged me."
That's terrible. Andrew says, we had a female driver years ago. She no longer drives for us. That she reported waking up in the middle of the night and seeing an Indian in full headdress outfit just standing looking at her and then gone.
Wow.
That would be a little scary. A little scary. Shanna said, wow. Before Fee could speak, the man fired, and Fee perished within moments. Apparently, the man had confused Fee for another man. Ever since that tragic night, Fee's ghost is rumored to roam the streets outside the cathedral, as well as his gravesite. He killed the wrong man?
Could have been the clown costume.
Yeah. Maybe they were both in clown costumes that night. She was parked in New Mexico at a rest break area. Wow.
Racusis revelers are said to ring in the season at the Crescent Hotel.
Shrimp said that is hella scary. Yeah, I can't imagine the things you truckers see while you're out there on the road. The people you guys see out there on the road. That is a beautiful hotel.
Wasn't it?
Scary, but beautiful. The Crescent Hotel is by far one of the most notoriously haunted hotels in the U.S., located along the northern border of the Arkansas near the Ozark National Forest. This isn't far from me. Okay, sorry. Arkansas near the Ozark National Forest, the hotel has been plagued by tragedy and ghost stories since it was first erected in the 1880s.
Down the road from BB.
Well, I mean, it's like 4 hours, 5 hours maybe.
Well, there are different legends and ghostly sightings associated with almost every square inch of the hotel estate. One story continues to astonish visitors to this day.
Hello, Maria's Fun Times. Hello. I do know for a fact there are skinwalkers and Gallup, New Mexico. I have parked at one of the truck stops there, but never seen one. That would scare me.
Those are scary.
Yeah.
Skinwalkers, man.
Allegedly, one year during Christmas time, visitors came to view the hotel's Christmas tree. Only to find that the Christmas tree and all its packages were mysteriously moved to the other side of the room. It's that kind of crap. The ghost that's moving stuff around, that scares me because they can do whatever they want to you. If they can move things, they can, if they can knock on a door, they can touch you. If they can move things, physically move things, they can touch you. That scares me.
Just don't touch me.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like hearing them or them. I don't know. It scares me.
This could have been a prank staged by the hotel staff or a visitor. However, the occurrence was accompanied by sightings of various phantom spirits dressed in Victorian-era clothing wandering aimlessly around the hotel dining room.
So not only did the stuff move, but there was also Victorian ghosts just roaming around.
Just roaming around.
Just hanging out. Some said the spirits appeared to be playful, and they moved the gifts and furniture across the room as a joke.
Okay.
Funny.
At least they weren't throwing them at anybody.
That's true. At least they didn't throw them and break them. A ghost saying, "I'm here."
Yeah. This was seemingly confirmed when the hotel staff reportedly returned the next day, only to find that everything was back exactly where it was supposed to be.
They even clean up after themselves.
I'm sorry. And they put it away.
I like that. There was a story about a hotel where the ghost would pack your stuff in your bag. Like, if you left your stuff laying all over the room, they didn't like it being messy, so they would pack it all back up nicely.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the kind of ghost I need to come just live at my house with me. One that cleans.
Actually, that happened to Mel. They put all his stuff away. He was in
a
really? Hotel. Yeah. Yep. They told him, go ahead and leave. It freaked him out.
Was he like, I'm out, I'll see you later?
Yeah. He left the next morning.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't mind having a ghost like that around that would clean.
A clean ghost.
The ghost of Poland's kings are said to gather in a dragon's den on Christmas Eve.
Dragon's Den.
And Andrew said, I am also a sensitive empath with a third eye, so that explains all my paranormal experiences. I am an empath, a sensitive empath, but I don't know much about the third eye. I need to learn more about that. I don't know much about it.
Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The ghost was saying, time to go?
Yeah. In the middle of Krakow, Poland, sits Wawel Castle, which for centuries served as a home of each of Poland's kings after it was built in the early Middle Ages.
Yeah, I ain't got no clue how to say those words. Poland.
There's more.
Since this time, it has been associated with numerous legends and ghost stories spanning as far back as the prehistoric era. I said area.
I don't know how they know these stories from way back then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One such legend involves a large series of caves that are rumored to exist under a plot of nearby land known as Wawel Hill.
Well. That's a fun word to say, though.
Yeah.
These caves have been explored countless times since they were discovered centuries ago. And they're rumored to hold a statue of a dragon and millennia? Oh, gosh, that word, of human record. The caves are believed to have been inhabited by humans since the prehistoric era.
Okay.
Can you imagine running into a caveman ghost?
Oh, no.
Because cavemen were like mean, not because they wanted to be mean, just that's the type they were. They were like rugged
Hunters.
and hunters and like not evolved. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine like a caveman ghost showing up on Earth today and running into like a Karen, per se. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that would be a heck of a combination.
Yeah. The legend says that in the 11th century, King Kashmir, who was just a child at the time, explored these caves and came across a strange tunnel. What if they're a dinosaur ghost? Can you imagine running into something that huge?
I can't imagine. There was like this thing you could drive through. They had set up where you could drive through it and see dinosaurs, and they had like statues of dinosaurs in the parking lot. It's when COVID was really, really going on. So they set it up so that people could get out of the house but not have to interact with other people. And the dinosaurs were like so much bigger than cars and trucks. And I mean, they're big.
Yeah.
But to see how much bigger they are, it's craziness. Inside the tunnel, he claimed to have found a large stone emitting a glowing light, and from this light, a magical protective energy is said to be emitted throughout Krakow.
That sounds good.
Krakow.
Oh my. To this day, local legends claim that the ghosts of all the Poland's past kings meet every Christmas Eve in that very tunnel to confer upon the faith of Crack Cow.
Crack cow.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I know that Box Van D is live, so I'm going to grab her link real quick. I'm going to drop it down here in the chat. We ran over just a little bit because I told a story at the beginning. But this is Box Van D's channel, and she is live now and chit-chatting. So if everybody wants to head on over and raid her, I would appreciate that. Let them know BB and Nettie sent you.
Yep.
And wishing you all much kindness and much love.
And we're sending love your way.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.